Some interpret, which where I get some pushback is from some when it comes to advocating against procreation, is that they're interpreting procreation as an opportunity for a being to come into this light coded realm, light created realm, to deal with duality and to have the opportunity to sin and to do evil. That's the main benefit they get out of it. So they can do and indulge in the flesh desires that they know they couldn't do otherwise in just spirit. Not saying that certain beings or entities or whatever don't do evil. It's just that they're given more opportunity to indulge on a different level in the flesh. And that's the problem, because you're birthing them into iniquity. But some people do it because they perceive iniquity as a good thing. It's freedom of liberation to them to indulge in these bad negative aspects, the divinations of evil and good and all that, the sins. But the repercussions behind it, some of them can handle it, but I'm gonna tell you most of them can't. Or some of them can't. So then they want something to forgive them for their transgressions. To help them recover from the evils that they do. So I say that if there are beings who are for procreation, that's likely what they're in their mind it is. They hide it behind that it's about love and compassion, and no, it's literally about you indulging in your desires, and you birth others so they can indulge too in their desires, which they didn't need. You don't need love, desires, or the sin, or the iniquity, or anything. So you really do have to be mindful of who are you working for? Who are you operating for when you procreate? When you procreating, you're operating for a being that, first of all, created the good and evil. Then forced you, were the first humans, into vessels, the vessel traps, to be coerced by its being that it created to fall into desire. So you created, thus kept the sins going. It's literally birthing the sin of the first sin acted was desire, which is of lust. Then came the procreation, basically operating like God, creating something from nothing, from themselves, offspring. And then from that, the second sin was like killing, unaliving, which is Cain killed his, unalived his brother. Then other atrocities happened thereafter, after he went into the land and stopped mating with other people. So, like I said, procreation keeps the simulation going, keeps the simulation going. That's what makes it bad. And of course, I feel the need to advocate for it because I'm advocating for those who are already in permanent salvation, who are unborn, who don't have a voice. That's the difference between when I'm doing it and when someone tries to oppose or say they're trying to disrupt me because I'm bringing something to awareness. But the difference is I'm not operating as no false light. I'm operating as a being using my light and my dark, the true light, to bring something to awareness, to voice for things that didn't need to be in this realm or need to be created. They can't tell you that themselves that they don't want to be into existence. They don't want to sin, or they don't want to do evil. They don't want to do good. They don't want to do any of it. Versus people that are already here who can voice their opinions, who can say stuff, who can object or indulge. So it's you have to be aware who are you fighting with, and it is of Christ to not procreate and to be barren, to just not do it. If you procreating, you're still operating in an old state of being, which we should be been moved from. Like we're given like over 2,000 years to move from this. So I know there's going to be. I ain't gonna even say. I'm not gonna give them more power than what they already. The point of it is that we are supposed to be going distinct to permanent salvation. That we are we're already supposed to be in it and staying in it. When you coming here or birthing others here, you're not birthing them in permanent salvation. Yeah, we try to manifest salvation in heaven here, but it's still gonna be some form of temptations and trials and tribulations that you may have to deal with. And some people are going to be strong enough to. Some people are going to be strong enough to resist, and others may not. So it's the first line of defense is to not procreate, so we can always be saved. So we can all be saved, because we're saving those who are already saved, but preventing them from being or birthed in a world that they can not that they can sin in, basically. So they do exposing them to bad and good things. I know I'm dealing with a little interference right now. It's okay. It's not going to stop this truth. So that's the good thing. Divinity, salvation, permanent salvation is already for the unborn. The eternal sleep and peace. And when you disrupt them by procreating, force them into existence, you're disrupting them. It's literally snatching them out of perfection just to come here and be imperfect and sin and stuff. For what? Just to be allured back into the false light so they can go through reincarnation? No. Don't want that. You want them to go to permanent salvation and stay there. Not to be brought in the first place, into this realm in the first place. That's the point. The point is to protect them from not being here the first time around, you know? But for the ones who are already here, you're supposed to guide them to permanent salvation and not that light that brought forth this realm, that brought forth the evil and the good, that brought forth the problems and the solution. We're supposed to be forever saved and not birth any more into problems, as well as partial salvation. Good moments, bad moments, good moments. They're already fine. So that's how I take it. So continue to do the good, the righteous thing,